my channel. My name is Pete Danger, and today we're going to be discussing the puzzle brand Puzzle.dly. So basically, this is a long overdue video. I was supposed to do this about 2 months ago, and then as you probably saw in my update video, life got pretty hard. But here we are, and we're going to finally do this, and yeah. So, basically, this brand is actually one of my favorites, and I am so happy that I actually got the bonus pack. So they sold like a bundle of 5 of their 1,000-piece puzzles, and it was only like $85 or something like that. So like a $100 deal for only $85, which I thought was pretty good. And yeah, I basically thought that they were all going to be really difficult, and they were. But from the ones that I have done already, I think I have some pretty good tips and tricks on how to actually do these puzzles. In the bundle, there were 5 puzzles. I'm going to drop them. I am actually going to drop them. They have the... Okay, I got this. I don't got this. Alright. In the bundle, I got the Oriental Vibes puzzle, the Fruit Lover's Dream, the Chinese Lanterns, the Genie in the Bottle, and the Little Boxes on the Hillside puzzle. All of them are unique, and they all are... Their box designs are just so pretty, and they're so like unique and glossy, just like their puzzle pieces. Yeah, I really like this brand. If you haven't if you can't tell already. So in the video, I'm going to showcase the Chinese Lanterns puzzle. Because I didn't actually film the first one because I wasn't sure how long it was going to take me. And I also forgot to time myself for the Chinese Lanterns and for the, well, now it's called the Vibes puzzle. Basically, this is the Vibes puzzle. So this is it. As you can tell, the puzzle pieces stay together like extremely well. You just saw me almost drop the puzzle and it completely folded over, but it's still completely fine. I think that's like one of the biggest reasons why I love this brand so much, is because their snug fit makes for an easy do of the puzzle. It's super helpful because on my table, it actually didn't fit the entire puzzle, but when I put together like the entire outside, it still held together pretty well. And even when like the unsupported pieces would fall off, they would still stay together, which I thought was amazing. It could have gone so much worse. Yeah, so that was pretty top-notch quality right there. You can also tell that when I move it around, that it's not going to just easily shatter in 1 second. And I have one casualty when I was doing the Chinese Lantern puzzle, and it was when my camera actually stopped videotaping what I was doing, so I had to take apart some of the puzzle so that I can get the whole thing in one shot, basically. And the back of one actually fell off. However, I have since moved the puzzle around just like I have been doing with the Vibes puzzle. It still stays together fairly well, and it's not really a big issue. Yeah, and off of that, like the whole time I was trying to like move pieces, you can really tell that even if the piece is in the wrong spot, that when you try to remove it, it's going to take a little bit of an extra time to do it. But the big part about that is it's not going to just break and shatter. It's not going to rip the paper. I actually had like 0 problems with that, which I thought was pretty remarkable. So I honestly think that only happened because of like some niche thing that like it just not. Hello everyone, so basically when I was re-editing the video, I was going over the footage of when I was trying to explain the Vibes puzzle and everything that happened with that one. And I kind of just realized that I think the justice that I could do for them and for the puzzle itself and for what happened would just be to put the Instagram post that they made on their Instagram at the end of the video. I think that it perfectly explains everything, and yeah, so the only thing that I do want to say about it though is I think that if you're watching this video, Puzzle.dly, that you handled the situation pretty well, and I think pretty professionally in my eyes, and yeah, I just wanted to commend you all for that. I think that was pretty awesome of you. Yeah, so bye-bye. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Chinese Lantern Complete Puzzle, 1,000 piece. I'm gonna go over how I did. You see in the video that's gonna come up, and I probably even will show it on top of my face right now, but how I basically did this is I saw that there were a bunch of different parts of this puzzle, and I split it up into those parts, and I split all the pieces up into those parts, and that's how I did it. So the green on the puzzle, so I realized that maybe that's a sign that I should do that at the end, which is what I did. And then I took the other parts and I was like, okay, so what is the biggest parts and what are the littlest parts? So I took the Chinese lanterns as the smallest parts of the puzzle, even though it's a gigantic Chinese lantern in the middle of the puzzle. But there's only, and we'll do this side, there's only one big one. So it'd be very easy to just kind of see which ones go where, and as soon as I figured out that the lines only go one way, it was pretty, made the puzzle just extremely easy. So then what I did was I took all the little purple flowers, as the purple flowers had little like yellow dots in the middle, probably for like the pollen centers or whatever they're called. I forgot, I took science like a while ago. Those were a bit of a challenge, but it wasn't as hard as the pink flowers ended up being. So what I did for those was I actually waited and did the big pink flowers first, and I did the purple flowers as well, as they kind of look similar. And it was pretty easy to tell which was a little flower and which was a big flower, just based off of the lines. I mean, the second largest pink flower was a little bit more difficult, just because it had a little more, just the lines looked a little more smaller, just like the little tiny. However, I will say that it wasn't actually as easy as I am saying it was. I did take a little bit of time to figure out which flower was for which piece. There are so many, I think there's like a good 15 purple flowers and there's like a good 15 pink flowers, and to actually figure out how they all fit together was pretty difficult. I think in one of the scenes in the video you'll see is that I try to focus on them alone, and I realized I can't actually do that. So I ended up just trying everything until it basically fit, and yeah. And that's basically how I did it. The end was all just green. I noticed that there were like big leaves at the end, but as soon as I just kind of figured out, what if I just put it in places, because at this point there's holes all over the place, I'll probably be able to fit at least one piece somewhere, is how I just basically hurried at the end to finish it. As I figured out and kind of caught on to this whole like idea that, oh my god, I could just find a huge landmass and build off of that, is basically how I figured it out. The only puzzle that I'm a little nervous to do is this one. The little boxes on Hillside. I keep looking at it like, like, oh, I'll do this one day, and then I look at it on like a day where I'm like, oh, I just want to do a quick puzzle, and yeah, I can't see myself really doing this. I just, like for these ones, there are just giant blocks of where things can go, like I just said, the lantern, I mean on the Vibes puzzle there were the blue leaves, the red leaves, the berries, even on Genie in the Bottle there's the, I don't know what that is, the genie lamps, the leaves, the berries, like, this is just, there's so many different types of blue houses, there's so many different types of trees, there's just so many different types of yellow houses. There's nothing that's like really distinct in this puzzle that I can see just based off the top of my head that I can just pick apart and be like, oh, well that'll just easily be right then and there. As everything basically is just mirrored to each other. In a like unique shaped way. So after watching this review and you're thinking about buying one of these puzzles, what I would suggest is either going for the Genie in the Bottle. It's the most like the Vibes puzzle that I can really see. And even though the colors are very like green, and that's pretty much it with the puzzle, there is still, like what I'm seeing in this, there is still pretty obvious things to start with, and then it's still going to be a challenge, but at least it'll be sort of similar along the lines as the Vibes puzzle. And then if you are someone who just wants to test out the quality, or someone who would like a more easier kind of puzzle to go through, is I would choose the Fruit Lover's Dream. It's just pretty obvious where things will be going on this puzzle. There's no, like, not really any duplicates, as all fruit is kind of unique to each other. So, you know, you could start with we'll flip it to this side. You can start with the lemon on the middle, and then just kind of, I would do like the green, on my side it's mirrored, the green mango, and then just like the, what do you have on here? So then I would just kind of do the different pomegranates, as they're all unique and pretty big. It'll take a lot of space, and then obviously I would probably do like, you know, like the little things, like there's like an orange that's not peeled down here, some more unpeeled fruit, that'll have unique colors throughout the whole thing, and then just obviously like the little greens, like surprisingly in a fruit puzzle there's not a lot of green, thank God. Like little kiwis, like everything that's pretty unique in this puzzle. Of course I'm saying that without actually doing the puzzle, so I have no idea if what I'm saying is completely true, but it is something that, this is one of those puzzles that my best friend Courtney and I will be doing in the future, and you'll see probably a sped up video or something like that in the near future, or if it's in the new bingo board that just came out, or that came out a couple weeks ago for summertime. So yeah. So that's my review of the Puzzle.dly brand, at least of what the bundle I've got. From my last, I'll definitely be buying more in the future. I actually really like this brand. When I first was looking at it online, I was immediately drawn to these puzzles. I went onto their website for the first time. I realized that there was a bundle going on, and I was like, you know, I was just kind of like dithering back and forth, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna have a job for a while because of Corona. Should I get this? Should I not get this? And then I was like, you know what? I want it, so why not? I'm gonna be stuck in quarantine for like a while, so why not I just get it? And it was obviously a very good purchase because of the 2 months of quarantine that we had, and yeah. So one quick last thing is that Puzzle.dly actually gives you a couple pieces of poster paper in order to see the picture up close instead of lugging the box around, which is something I should probably start doing, but I normally don't look at the the picture, so it's not something that's like in my, you know, area of expertise. So actually on the back of this, there is a code that you can get 20% off on your next Puzzle.dly purchase, which I think is really awesome for them to do. And also there's a email at the bottom that you can contact them for any problems or questions or comments that you may have. And yeah, so sweet. Woo! Alright, cool.